Okay, now I'm also going to go over A0402, the human pyramid code. So yeah, it's kind of small so it's basically a recursive implementation of the human pyramid that we had in class or shown in the assignment. It's going to basically take so we're going to grab our input, we're going to send them to the human pyramid in the wrong column. Now, this is our base case. We're just going to return 0 because we know that the first person, A, if we're using our example, so in 0, 0, row 0, column 0, it's just going to always have 0. And so because it's always going to have 0, we're just going to always return 0. And this is important when we're working recursively because we're working backwards, and so once we hit 0, we just want to add 0. We don't want to add any more. And then so we can also see that, I'll run it, but we also have two cases. So we have an edge case, meaning on the sides, those are supposed to always be the same. And then in the middle, so for example, you have, I believe, A, B, C, D, and then the E, the middle person, should have more weight because both B and C are sending their weight to E. So I'll give you an example. So, we can tell firstly 0, 0. It's just going to always return 0. We can also see that in, for example, let's take an edge case. Let's say row 2, edge 0. It's going to have 96 as base. And then we can also see row 2 and column 2, which is also going to have 96. But in the middle, row 2 and then column 1, it's going to have both 192. This basically is going to show that not everyone in the bottom rows carries the same weight, because for example you can go down to even let's say row 3 and then 0, they hold 112. If I do 3 and then if I do I think it's 3, or let's do 3 to 2, you can see that this is 272 and that's different. So yeah, and then it's just gonna output it and add it.